हेलो गाइस, वेलकम टू एब्जेंटिव मेंटरिंग स्टूडियो। अब मैथ्स आपको नहीं रुलाएगा क्योंकि आपके पास आ गया है आयुष शर्मा। तो जल्दी से कर दो सब्सक्राइब, लाइक,
Let's
कमेंट
begin
और शेयर।
our today class. Our today class will be on how to prove an irrational number. So this is the last exercise in R.S. Agarwal of class 10 chapter 1. So what we need to know that what is an irrational number. So basically irrational number are those numbers which have non terminating non repetitive decimals. So, irrational number are those numbers which have non-terminating, non-repetitive decimals or ending, which means that any number, example 1.7362135, this is called an irrational number. An irrational number. Why? Because this has this is in the decimal form. Also, it is non-terminating because it is not going to stop, and it is non-repeating, means a same kind of pattern is not repeating, like the new digits comes after every digit 7362135. So it is an irrational number. Now we need to know how we can prove this irrational number irrational. Now you'll ask, we know that irrational is irrational, then why we need to prove it? Everything needs a proof in mathematics. So let's start by proving irrational. So we'll prove by taking an example. Let us take an example of proving root 5 irrational. We know root 5 is irrational number. So what we'll do, so first we have to know a new method that is also called we have done various questions in ninth class, that is called assumption method. We have to assume and we have to contradict our fact, means we have to make our fact false, thus proving the statement. So first we have to just take that root 5 is a rational number. So we have to write let root 5 be a rational number. And we know what is a rational number. Rational number is a number which is in the form of a by b where b is not equals to 0. Similarly, root 5 is a irrational number which is in the form a by b where b is not equal to 0 in form of. Okay. And we have also to consider a and b as co-primes. Co-primes are those pair of number which do not have common factor other than 1. Like 3 and 5, they have factors 1 and 3, 1 and 5. The common factor is 1. So they both are co-prime. So now what we'll do, we'll just take the form what we have assumed, like root 5 equals to a by b. What we'll do, we'll just cross multiply. It will be root 5b equals to a. We'll square the both side. Squaring both sides. We'll get 5b square equals to a square, which implies that 5 is a factor of a. A square means 5 divides a. So 5 divides a square. And we have read a theorem that if a number divides a square or is a factor of a square, it is also a factor of a. So 5 also divides a. Thus we have got one factor of a, that is 5. Now let's do another thing. Let us assume this statement as statement 1, equation 1. Now what we'll consider let a equals to 5c. So we have to take a number which will eliminate the other numbers. Since we have here 5b square and we need to eliminate 5, we need a number another as 5. So, and if there is root 3, root 7, you have to take such number to eliminate one quantity. So when we'll take a equals to 5c and put the value in equation 1, put value in equation 1, what we will get is 5b square equals to 5c whole square, which will be equals to 5b square equals to 25c square. When it will be divided, we'll see it will be 5, which will be b square equals to 5c square. Similar equation has came, which implies that 5 divides b square, and if 5 divides b square, 5 divides b. Now we can see that 5 is a common factor of b, 5 is also a common factor of a, which means that a and b has a common factor 5. We have assumed that our a and b are co-prime, but since they have another common factor 5 other than 1, they are not co-primes. When they are not co-primes, they cannot be assumed as rational number, because our one assumption has been wrong, which contradicts the fact that root 5 is a irrational number. So at last you will write that since our assumption was wrong, so root 5 is an irrational number. Similarly, we can solve any irrational number, we can prove any irrational number, but sometimes often examiners confuse us, like they ask root 9 to be irrational. How root 9 can be irrational? We know root 9 equals to 3, so it is not irrational. We have to see whether the given number is a perfect square or is a non-terminating non-repeating decimal. So we can prove any irrational number. Just you have to remember the concept. You have to take them as co-primes, square them and make a common factor. Again take a number which will eliminate the other value and make a common factor, thus contradicting our assumption and making root 5 as irrational number. So thank you for watching the video.